What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. So this is going to be, I think, Eldlich branded against Adegnister Mathmech, which is going to be a really freaking insane match. So before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe. Check me out on Twitch and Instagram, and I'm not even going to waste any of your time. Let's get right into game one. And the Adegnister player actually won the dice roll. One thing that I realized a lot in Adegnister. So far, we don't really see a lot of Adegnister monsters in the hand, but whatever, Silent Mining is there. One thing that I did realize with, just Dueling Book in general is that the high-rated players, they are doing really well with Adegnister Mathmech, and that's the reason. The reason for that is because people don't necessarily people aren't really equipped with ways to out the big Link monster if it has 6k attack, because access code can't jump over it. So unless you have Underworld Goddess or Gigantic Splight boosted with Cat Shark with the Link monster underneath, that becomes 6400 attack, a lot of decks cannot deal with that whatsoever, and a lot of people are not playing Kaijus. Anyway, Silent Mining is going to be sending the Ligma and going to be searching Achichi. Normal summon Achichi, get the search for the Picari. I'm just gonna fast forward because there's nothing super, insane here. Going to be searching the field spell. This is kind of like the huge choke point of this deck because this build doesn't play a lot of field spells, so if you Valor the Dark Infant, the deck might actually just pass and do nothing. Obviously, that's a lie because it can still make Deco Talker Heat Soul just using 2 monsters into Splash Mage, revive back anything, and then draw a card on your turn, draw a card on your opponent's turn, draw a lot of hand traps, and that's the reason why hand traps are great in this deck, because you can draw them on your opponent's turn, but, it's, it does have its flaws if you really are trying to full combo or break boards, and you have to settle on just Heat Soul Pass. Anyway, search the When I First Met You and the Boruru from the Cyber's Wicked, go for Splash Mage, search the Doyon by revealing a Dark, and now special summon the Doyon first and then the Splash Mage because you can only use the field spell while you control no monsters in your main monster zone. Now our friend is going to be going for the Alimbertian to search the Circular, and this is where it gets really nasty. So Circular is going to be sending the Nabla. This is the one quote-unquote brick that you absolutely have to play in the deck because it is the only way that you can reliably get to a third Mathmech monster with a different name in your deck, and a lot of people are not playing the Diameter, so you can't really get the Omni Negate when you go for Laplacian, but it's fine. People are going for addition and subtraction because they're extenders. They're always decent cards anyways. I'm going to be searching the Super Factorial, which is basically a Trishula. Well, it's a Tri-Brigade Revolt that summons a Trishula-esque monster. So yeah, even if our friend gets Nibiru here, it's not going to be changing jack shit, since you already have the recovery. You have the extender, the follow-up for next turn, 2 hand traps, as well as, like I said, Tri-Brigade Revolt, quote-unquote. And the Buru now sends the Danmari, which is a negate when you have, I believe, a Link 6 monster on the field. So yeah, the Dark Templar is now going to be reviving back 3 monsters. The Dark Infant is now a Divine Attribute, so that you have more flavors for the Link 6 monster, and I believe that is going to be summoned right now. Actually, not quite, because we're going to go for Wind Pegasus first, and that's going to be triggering the effect of Boruru, revive back the Picari, and that way you have a way to punish your opponent for even jumping over your board in the first place. So that's actually really nasty. And now we're going to be seeing the Security Dragon, a little interesting. Doyon is going to be recycling back the When I First Met You, and we are finally going to be seeing this Link 6 monster with 4000 attack. However, it does lose to Access Code Talker, but getting to Access Code Talker, especially through Ghost Ogre and Imperm, is going to be really difficult. And especially Imperm, because you can just wait until the Access Code is summoned, Imperm it, and then you literally can't do anything. Or simply Danmari to negate. So that's the reason why this deck is really scary. With basically just 1 card, look at how much pressure you're applying. You have a Danmari, Wind Pegasus in the grave. You have a huge 4k towers on the field, which applies a massive pressure against a lot of decks. Super Factorial, which is insane, as well as, the other cards that you had in your hand, because it's only like a 1 to 2 card combo. And that's going to be Scoop City, because Trap decks going second against, like, big towers and stuff like that, not the best, and this player is actually really smart trying to conceal information, so I like that a lot. Now, in Game 2, this is ridiculous, because Nibiru, Imperm, Ash, Ogre, and the 1-card starter, this is just the proof that you're so freaking good at the game. What can I say? Yeah, this hand is literally cracked. So, Cursed Adlan is going to be searching for, is it going to be Eldlich? I would have went with Prosperity first, just to have a little bit more knowledge. But whatever, now Prosperity banish 6 most likely, because you desperately need a good juice card. And depending on what we get, it might actually be really cool. So, Skill Drain, Gamma. Not the best, but another Skill Drain just to ensure that even if you get hit by Twin Twister or Cosmic Cyclone, H not gonna be the end of the world. I don't really know if I necessarily agree with that, but yeah, imagine searching skill drain to like not even set to the other copy. Now the one card starter is going to be huge, and triple tactic talents in case you use that gamma. Oh my god, this hand is the dream, except that Nibiru is used. Look, obviously this hand is the dream against every single deck out there except back row decks, because there was no way for him to know that his opponent was playing a trap heavy deck. But, you know, that's the advantage and the benefit of scooping game 1 without even showing what deck you're even playing. So, yeah, kudos to the Eldlich player for actually doing something right. Anyways, the When I First Met You is going to be searching the Achichi because he's revealing Deco Talker Heat Soul. It has 2300 attack, so you can reveal it. Normal summon the Achichi, that's going to be met by Skill Drain. Attack for 800, but not really because he can sponge it with Conquistador. In defense, or in attack, doesn't really matter. And, yeah, end phase, take 23 because of When I First Met You. Set the Imperm in the Skill Drain zone, which actually doesn't work because you have to successfully negate the effect of a monster in order to negate a spell or trap. The reason for that is because it's a then effect, so yeah, A has to resolve for B to resolve. So yeah, you can't put Imperm here and actually assume that it's gonna negate the Skill Drain. So Imperm does not do anything here. Unfortunately, if it wasn't also, then yeah, then maybe would have. I don't know. Can you even legally use Imperm under Skill Drain? I don't even think so. The monster is already negated. Anyways, that's going to be Scoop City anyway, so who cares? Oh man, yeah, kind of must not be nice. Nibiru just sucks, man, blind. And now, speaking of the devil, Nibiru is in his hand. So yeah, kind of terrifying. Alright, the Circular is going to be sending the Ligma, revive back the Ligma. And I think we're going to fast forward because Nibiru is probably going to be held for a while. And now, even if you have Nibiru, it doesn't save you from much because Super Factorial is huge. When your opponent starts setting cards, you can make him lose like a card on the field, a spell and trap, a potential monster if it's like Eldlich because it sends, it doesn't destroy, and another card from the hand. It's just too much pressure. Super Factorial is really insane. However, he doesn't have triple Mathmech monsters with different names that are like main deck monsters yet. So this Super Factorial would not be able to go for Laplacian. It will only be able to go for Alambertian, which is actually not broken at all. However, the addition is definitely what you're trying to go for. So yeah, I mean, as soon as you get addition in the grave, you basically just win the game. And that is an absolute joke to do. And even if this Nibiru triggers, the triple tactic talents is going to make our friend lose one card from the hand. And the hand knowledge is absolutely huge as well. Or draw 2 cards and draw into like back removal and stuff like that. So yeah, addition is going to be special summoning itself. Go for Dark Templar and now, you know, search the Idol Reborn. The Dark Templar is going to be reviving back now, which I do find a little strange. Usually people go for the Dark Infant and then switch the zone, revive back 3 monsters instead of 2, but, you know, he knows what he's doing, so whatever. Nibiru will now be summoned, and Triple Tactic Talents will be looking at the hand and make him lose the skill drain. So now with Eldlich, Conquistador, and Prosperity, I don't really think you have to worry about too much, and the Super Factorial, again, being able to revive back the Addition as well as the Ligma and Circular in order to summon the Laplacian, make him lose the Nibiru as well as another card in the hand is absolutely no freaking joke at all. Now, Skill Drain top deck, I don't know if he forgot to shuffle the deck or if he just, like, if it was just a coincidence, maybe. But yeah, kind of sus, not gonna lie. Anyways, Prosperity, banish 6 cards. What is it going to be getting? There's also a world in which the correct move was to remove the Prosperity instead of removing the Skill Drain, because you know for a fact that you have to play around Skill Drain if you make him lose that card, whereas the Prosperity can get into Skill Drain or can get into an even better card. Anyways, Branded Fusion will now resolve, sending Fallen of Albaz and Necro World Banshee, which is too late. You should be going for Banshee when you're going first, when you're going second. It just doesn't do anything. It doesn't allow you to break boards, unfortunately. But yeah, Lubellion is absolutely ridiculously good here because, you know, discarding Eldlich the Golden Lord, which is what you want to do anyways. Setting Conquistador, reviving back the Eldlich. And here is where, you know, Super Factorial has the potential to be really disgusting. So he's going to go into battle phase. This token is actually kind of weak. I believe that the Lubellion still cannot fuse even if it got negated. I'm not 100% sure, but I do... Yeah, no, I think the Lubellion can't attack. I don't know, maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I'm right. Yeah, and the token had low defense because, of course, when you attribute tokens, Link monsters, that's what ends up happening. Alright, Conquistador is going to be setting the final card, which is Scarlet, and this is the timing for Super Factorial. So you're going to be setting, you're going to be going into Laplacian, make your opponent lose Eldlich as well as the skill drain very specifically. That way you absolutely know for a fact that you do not have to be afraid of, of skill drain, for example. So yeah, removing the that was a Scarlet? Huh, what? Yeah, no, that makes no sense because now you have to be afraid of skill. No, man. Yeah, I don't know if I'm... Yeah, that's just really terribly played because I'm pretty sure he knew that he had to play... Yeah, the Scarlet was not a mystery card. The skill drain was. So that was not well executed at all. It just wouldn't have done anything. All it really does is summon another Eldlich that does nothing. So, yeah, no, I really disagree with this move. And it might actually just destroy him completely. Anyways, the Doyon is going to be revived back off of the Monster Reborn to search, well, recycle back the Achichi, rather. Top deck Rivalry for turn, which is irrelevant, you don't really need it. Necroworld Banshee for Zombie World. If anything, this actually hurts you more than it helps you, because Rivalry and Zombie World, this is the last thing that you ever want to see. Oh, no, this is not good at all. Alright, the Sigma is going to be revived back. That means that you can only summon Cyberus monsters for the rest of the turn, and since every monster in the grave is a zombie, you can no longer use Monster Reborn for anything. That hurts a lot. Alright. Okay, so now going to be attacking over the Lubellion. Very interesting. I think the reason for that is because there is a graveyard effect somewhere. So, no? Okay, not even. Okay, just... Wind Pegasus at Ignister. Alright, makes sense. Gonna make him lose the skill drain. Again, you could have played around that simply by... Yeah, simply by sending the skill drain last turn on the end phase instead of the known card. So, yeah, whatever. Alright, Circular, send the Nabla. And now Achichi normal summon to search... what's it gonna be? Doshin? Ooh, okay, so it's a cute extender. But again, though, Zombie World is still on the field, so... Yeah, okay, Access Code Talker. Interesting. Is there, like, an illegal move here? I don't think so. Yeah, everything should be legal. And, oh, by the way, one final thing that I do have to mention. Circular, a lot of people might forget this, but when you use the effect of Foolish, you can only attack with one monster for the rest of the turn. So, yeah, even if you have, like, 27 monsters, you can't really use them to, like, attack. So that's a little drawback that people have a tendency to forget. Anyways, Access Code Talker is going to be gaining not a lot of attack, actually. 0, but it can destroy a lot of cards. So destroy Zombie World, and now destroy Nibiru, going to be linking off the access code as well as the freaking This is so neggy, man. Imagine using 4 monsters to make access code, to then link it off for Splash Mage. At least now the Rivalry actually hurts your opponent instead of, you know, hurting you more. So yeah, now Idle Reborn finally can be used legally because your monsters are back to being Cyberus and not Zombie. Revive back the Doyon, which is actually really scary, man. This card is no joke at all. Consistently recycling back every single card, and recycling back the card that recycles back the Doyon, which allows you to recycle back more cards. Anyways, AI Land, summon the Pikachu, search When I First Met You, which is very dangerous because you can take 23, and he's at 2250 right now. Anyways, revive back the, hold on, did he go Transcode to revive back the Splash Mage? And then revive back the Buru? Alright, yeah, the effect is not negated, right? So, okay, yeah, that's a legal move. And then go for the Dark Templar. And he's actually not going to be using its effect. Smart guy. The reason for that is because Lubellion doesn't achieve anything. However, if he tries to go Eldlich to, you know, send the Hakuero and then revive it back, it's not going to be doing much. So, Super Poly is also useless here. I don't know why he's even setting the card. I wouldn't have done that. And now the Rivalry is kind of gonna hurt him a little bit. And because of that, he can't... Well, the Eldlich is supposed to be in the hand, by the way. Because Eldlich's effect in the grave technically isn't a Monster Reborn effect. But it's rather a recycle back from grave to hand. And then if you want to, you can special summon it. So that's the real effect of Eldlich the Golden Lord. So yeah, it's technically in the hand. And his opponent is a nice jack. He reminded him, even though it actually hurts him. But yeah, Eldlich is... Sorry, Scarlet Sanguine is going to be set. And Super Poly does have a discard, but... I mean, your own Lubellion is really hurting you a lot. And you should have also put the Lubellion in defense, not that it really matters. Yeah, so Silent Mining, discard the When I First Met You because it hurts you really, really hard. Special summon the Doyon. And now going to be searching for, well, recycling back the Boruru. I don't think there's much that you can really do in your extra deck because only 4 cards. I don't know what are the other options that you have. But yeah, Foolish for the Danmari, which is a real card that actually does something. And now destroy the Lubellion, summon a token, and link off the token for Andoyan for a Cyber's Wicked. Recycle back the Idle Reborn. This combo reminds me a lot of like the Altergeist Still Quiltis with Manifestation Loop. It's basically an infinite loop. So yeah, this is the reason why high-level players, they have... Man, they're really scary with the deck. But yeah, anyways, revive back the Picari. And now going to be searching for another When I First Met You, which at this point is basically a meme. It's always just a card that gets discarded, because I don't really think you want to risk it and take 23 if you can't normal summon whichever monster. But this card is insane, man. Light Dragon Adignister, really, really good against back row decks because you can protect yourself from being destroyed. And yeah, going to be going into battle phase now. Is he going to sponge? Yes, sir. So summon the Eldlich from the deck, most likely in defense. So now he has to attack with the Arrival and then attack for 23 with the Light Dragon. And to be completely honest, I really don't see how Eldlich can really win this game because a 4K Arrival is no joke at all. I don't believe that outside of Underworld Goddess, there even is an out. And of course, top decking man's best friend, it's your boy Summon Skull. So yeah, Scarlet gonna get Conquistador even though it really doesn't matter. Oh, sorry, yeah, no, there is an out. It's making a rank 10, the Juggernaut Liebe, and then attacking over it because it can get to 6k attack. So that would be an out, and another thing that you can do would be to just go for damage. Gustav Max, burn for 2k, attack over Security Dragon. However, because of the graveyard effect of Achichi, you can actually destroy the Security Dragon on damage step, and you will not be taking damage. Anyways, he has to wait a bit in order to, you know, even get to summon the Juggernaut Liebe, so gonna have to pass turn every single freaking 2 seconds. Revive back the Eldlich. Is that even something that makes much sense? I don't know. And by this, at this point, the Scarlet can't even get anything anymore because there's one Hacker on the Banished, one Conquistador on the Banished, as well as another Conquistador on the grave. And yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, yeah, it makes sense that he probably ran out of targets. But yeah, Super Poly not being able to do jack shit, and because of Rivalry being a pain in the ass, and preventing him from summoning non-zombies, he can't even get into the out to this, which is very unfortunate. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this replay. Let me know your thoughts about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.